What's up, everybody? Today we are going to be using some toned paper. I have this whole sketchbook from my bookshelf that I've never touched, and I'm very excited to put some material on it. I have this sketch that I did in one of my sketchbooks for a tattoo design based on some lyrics, and I have these very limited color palettes that I'm going to use because I want it to look kind of like a neo-traditional tattoo, because that's personally my favorite style. So just to start out, we're going to swatch it and just see how the colors interact with this toned paper. Like I said, I've never used this sketchbook before, but I've had it sitting on my bookshelf for quite a while. I kind of forgot it was there, I'm not gonna lie. It looks just like one of the other sketchbooks I have that's completely finished, so I kind of just didn't really realize that I hadn't used it yet. So I'm going to be going in with my Tombow markers and then just these Prismacolor markers and a Copic marker as well. I'm testing out how the pencil erases too, and let me tell you, I'm very impressed with how easily it came off. Even when I dug in there and really got that really dark color with the pencil, it still came up and you couldn't even tell it was there. So that's always a plus. A little backstory on this tattoo design. So I picked out the lyrics from a song by the band called Pup. The song is called The Coast, and the lyrics are, "It was dragging me down." And this whole song is about basically how in the winter, people try to go either ice fishing or kids go playing out on the ice, and then the ice cracks and the lake swallows them up. And it's a really haunting song, but it's super powerful, especially, just go listen to it. It's so good, and I can't recommend this band more. So for the design itself for this tattoo, it's, as you can probably see, it's a hand reaching out of the water, and then I have flowers underneath it, and the flowers that I'm going to draw underneath it are begonia flowers. And from the minimal amount of research I did, begonia flowers in flower language means beware. I thought that was really cool, so I definitely like incorporating flower language in tattoo designs. Now, I'm not really a tattoo designer myself. I have tattoos. Most of them are in the neo-traditional style like this, or at least what I'm trying to get it to look like. So I'm going in here with just kind of same thickness of lines, and then for the colors, they're not as gradiented. They're not gradiented? They're not as gradiented. Is that? I don't know. There's not as many gradients as you might usually see with an actual tattoo design. I know a lot of tattoo artists, when they make their art on paper, they use watercolor because it can have the same effect as, doing the ink on skin. Well, this paper didn't really work with watercolor. I knew it wasn't going to. It's very thin paper. So instead, I decided to use my markers, which I could kind of, get a little bit of a gradient out of it, but I kind of went with the more bold color. And now this brings me into a small discussion that I kind of wanted to have with you guys. I want your opinions on it, but I also have some of my own. As an artist, I get a lot of people asking me to make tattoo designs for them. And normally I tell them no, because I personally think that if you're going to get a tattoo, you should get your tattoo artist to design your tattoo. Because one, if your tattoo artist can't do that, then maybe you should find yourself a better tattoo artist. If your tattoo artist is someone who can only go off of pre-existing designs, I personally wouldn't recommend them. And also because if that tattoo artist can't make the design and tattoo it themselves, I don't think grabbing someone else's artwork is going to make that any easier. Now, I like making tattoo designs like this, but I'm not a tattoo artist. I would not be able to put this on your skin. And I don't necessarily know the best way to go about doing an actual good tattoo design. Because, say someone wanted this, someone commissioned me to do this as a tattoo design. There might be too many small details for the artist to really be able to make it work and look good. It might be too big. It might have too many flowers. It might have extremely wrong colors. And that being said, I am also very bad at hand lettering. So I would hope that you would be able to find the artist who could accommodate all your needs and just give you what you want in a tattoo. Now, honestly, I would absolutely love if I could be a tattoo artist. I just get really nervous about how freaking permanent these things are. Like, once you put that needle to the skin, there's really no going back. And I mean, I know I have one tattoo that needs to be retouched because the artist who did it dug into my skin and it turned out really patchy. For the most part, people think that it's just supposed to look textured like that. You can kind of see it here in the frame. It's the one poking out of my sleeve on my right arm. I do want to get it touched up, but this thing was supposed to be solid black, and if you look at it, it is just patchy to all hell. And this was basically my fault. Like, I know the artist who did it did a bad job, but it was my second tattoo. I had never gone to like a usual tattoo artist. My very first tattoo is a Winnie the Pooh tattoo, and that one I did bring in an image from the original book, but it's just line work, so I wasn't too worried about it. But with this one, I just really wanted to get it tattooed, and my friend was getting something else tattooed, so it was kind of just like the piggyback, like, oh, you're going? Yeah, I'll go. I didn't really research the tattoo place at all. I didn't know who my tattoo artist was going to be. I figured since it was just a solid black symbol shape that it would be pretty easy, but the guy butchered it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say where it is. I won't call out the artist himself, but research. Do your damn research. Figure out who exactly is going to tattoo you. Go in for a consultation. Make sure that they know exactly what you want. You can talk about it as much as you want before your actual date. And if you do your research, man, you can get a good ass tattoo. I think it's so weird. I see people on the internet asking for, GoFundMes because they need to get their tattoo fixed. And it's like, girl, you gotta do your research. Like, that's it. Like, I'm suffering the consequences of my tattoo. Fortunately, it's not as bad as other tattoos I've seen. But don't go over to your friend's house who picked up a tattoo gun last week and is now doing tattoos out of his basement. Please, dear God, don't do that. For sanitary reasons, for design reasons, for healing reasons, please just go to a professional. I am a little hypocritical, I'm not gonna lie. I have done a stick and poke on a friend before. It was a kind of a dumb idea. I know that my friend has a few stick and pokes and they like him, and that's fine. They know how to take care of him and stuff like that, but I don't recommend it unless your friend really knows what they're doing, and they probably don't. So thanks for sticking around listening to my tattoo rant. I hope you guys enjoy this design. If you'd like to see me do more tattoo designs like this, please let me know. Subscribe to my channel to see all my latest videos and hit that like button. I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for stopping by.